Today was quite eventful, to such an extent that I actually may very well stumble over my words in this video. I know that's never happened before in any other video, and I've never stuttered at any point at all, or repeated myself at all, except for right now. So I guess at all really isn't accurate. I just made history in the first few seconds of this by breaking that tradition of not being repetitive at all. But my main reason for addressing whoever sees this, or my viewer, or viewers if it's one person, as is the case with a couple of my videos that have had 1 view or 2 views, is to really bring to attention why I make videos at all. You know, I don't purport to be someone who is worthy of being followed or being subscribed to or being watched. And I don't purport to that, partly because my statistics for my channel have indicated that I am not worthy of being watched by the majority of people, or that I have been deemed not worthy by individuals who not watch my content. And my disillusion with the content not being watched is very similar to my disenfranchisement with my novel not selling well, which was mainly because I had put effort into it and wanted to convey an idea or a notion, and in it not being seen, I didn't feel that idea could have the chance to be conveyed because no one was seeing it, no one was watching it or reading it in the case of the novel. But it comes with the game of uploading videos, and I really wanted to kind of further into why I upload videos. There are a couple of reasons. One is that in addressing or being plentiful on this site, I feel as if I'm part of an active community. I feel as if I'm part of something that grows continuously every day. There's something new to see. There's something new to give commentary on. There's something new to address. And even though I haven't, made more than 1 video a day for most days since this month, I think the start of this year, it's mainly been due to the fact that I don't see a need in doing so. And that is primarily because of my questioning of how a multitude of content by me will be taken when a singularity of content by me isn't even given any attention. As in, if I put out 1 video and it gets the same view as 5 videos, what will be the difference? Or what will have been better about making all of those different videos, aside from possibly being able to address more subjects? And even then, I've had a couple of videos that have, I've labeled 2 for 1, as if it's some bonus at a store that you see in the front aisle of wherever you shop, which I have no idea of where you shop. You can shop anywhere you want. But what I'm getting at is there is a method to my desire to be active and to remain as present as I have been on this site. I have seen many things on YouTube. I don't claim to be some experienced veteran who has nothing else to learn, or who has learned the majority of things, because I'm not. I'm still a person who I feel grows and changes in ways and comes to understand things differently as time passes and time proceeds. But at the same time, I don't necessarily believe that I am so naive nor idealistic that my beliefs are just open-mindedness at its worst. And that's kind of what I've tried to portray in my videos. I've identified myself as a person who leans towards liberal views, at least on social issues. But because of that, I wouldn't immediately flock to the Democratic Party, or even if I did identify myself as a member of the Democratic Party, I wouldn't brand all Republicans or even any Republicans as automatically being racist or bigoted or prejudiced without some form of evidence that would support this. Now, people are going to have disagreements, and I've had disagreements with many of these candidates, but I don't feel a need to go and insult them or make them look bad or attempt to make them look bad to hide the fact that I myself make me look bad constantly, daily, and just throughout my life. Because ultimately, the only persons whose actions I have control over are myself. Now, going back to why I make videos, there's also the fact that I'm able to watch these, see how I did, see how I performed, see how I conveyed my points, and really bring myself to wonder whether or not it was an accurate showing of how I felt, if my points were conveyed in a way that actually made sense and enchanted the viewer to the extent of actually believing my points. You know, you're not going to walk out of every video I make with the same opinion as me or the same views as me, but I guarantee by the time a person gets through watching half of my stuff, they will at least be able to comprehend what I'm getting at or what message I'm trying to convey or why I feel the way I do about any given subject. And that's not to say that I am the master of logic and therefore anything I say has credence to it. No, there's no point that can be made without credence. You can't make a point without credence. You must have evidence to make a point. You must have something to go off of to make a point. And that's why I think I have the majority of the time and what I try to show in these videos. And again, in having those, I feel the desire to make it because sometimes I don't see my view represented by the majority of people. I don't see it being perpetuated by individuals who are not me or are not involved with what I'm involved in or actively make videos of just them and not a group of people and really push themselves to be single or to have that sense of loneliness that some people might say is bad, others might say is alright or have no opinion of. I don't purport to have any type of view that is geared towards either one. I make videos of just me because I really believe that having another person here would distract from my points I'm trying to make. If you want somebody else's opinion, go watch somebody else's video. And that's not to say that, oh, you can't be different from me on my channel. No. But that is to say that I want my idea to be conveyed or to be listened to. And in having someone else on there, I'm not sure that would happen. And again, this whole sort of long-winded introduction I'm doing here is only to prove that I have no desire to be some short-sighted individual, and I think YouTube is part of the learning process that I have used, that other millennials have used, just people in their youth have used, and I'm proud to be part of that and to work towards bringing people up to speed on certain issues or just giving opinions that, you know, might be similar to their own, might not be the same as theirs, and if it isn't, then that's fine. But in having a different opinion from me, they should know they have to have some reason for supporting it. I've learned something about me, which is that even if I may not have things which other people can agree with, or views other people can agree with rather, I always have something to back up my stance on anything, be it a person or a social issue or some position on some type of just a stance on any given subject. And again, that doesn't make me perfect. That doesn't make me the great guy who never gets it wrong. But it does make me someone who is logical. And I think when people start looking at things with logic as opposed to feelings, we're going to have a good revolution take place here, just in the country and just throughout the world. Now, I'm all for having emotion. I have emotion, and that leads me to support amnesty. Even though people always make these claims that these undocumented workers are taking their jobs, and I don't believe that. Um, that's mainly what drives me to not push for people to be deported. I think my emotions of having grandparents who are immigrants makes me sensitive to that issue, makes me not want to partake in this ignorant discussion of deporting people who are here to find a better life, as members of my own family were. So it's really just something where I think my positions are mostly the result of logic, but they're not excluded from also having to do with reasoning. And with that being said, I want everyone who's watched this to have a good night. See you later. Take care.